The Kalam argument that we've been talking about for the past several months is not the only form that cosmological arguments can take. But some of the basic principles do carry over, so understanding the Kalam version can also help you understand others. Gottfried Leibniz, a Christian mathematician and philosopher who lived in the 16th and early 17th centuries, is perhaps most well known for his contributions to calculus. But among his other many accomplishments, he did formulate his own version of the cosmological argument. Now, his argument was based on what he called the principle of sufficient reason. Apologist Douglas Groothuis describes this principle as follows: for any contingent entity, there is a sufficient explanation for why it exists. Let me unpack that. First, a contingent entity is something that doesn't have to exist. You and I are contingent entities. If our parents didn't happen to procreate, we wouldn't be here. They did, so we are. This stands in distinction to a necessary entity, which is something that must exist. The laws of mathematics and logic arguably fall under this category. All of reality is based upon certain mathematical principles. Similarly, a universe in which two opposite things could both simultaneously be true is incoherent. So math and logic must exist. In fact, you can't even deny the law of non-contradiction without implicitly affirming it at the same time. Take a look all the way back at episode 4 for more on that. So what Leibniz was saying was that for anything that does not have to exist, there must be some explanation of one sort or another as to why it exists. That's the nature of contingency. If something either could or could not exist, then there must be some explanation as to why it ended up on the existing side of the ledger, so to speak, and not the other. This principle seems relatively commonsensical, but it carries with it some significant metaphysical implications, which we'll talk about next week. God bless. Hey, if you haven't joined our Patreon yet, would you mind giving it your prayerful consideration? Patreon is a way you can support the Trinity Joppa YouTube channel. We've got multiple tiers to choose from, starting as low as $2 per month. Visit www.patreon.com/TrinityJoppa for all the details. Thank you. God bless.